Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic / Known Classics. This is episode number 1535 and Doubleshot number 1429. Excuse me, two Mar-Vell trades. First up it is The Defenders. No, this is not the version Brian Michael Bendis wrote. Oh no, this is the original old school Defenders. Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, the Hulk, and Namor the Submariner. Except this is not a mini-series. Nope, this is a series of one-shots that concluded with Defenders. Of course, the tagline for this one is the best defense. We have one-shots first for Namor, first Incredible Hulk, Immortal Hulk, excuse me. Namor, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, and of course Defenders. Each of these one-shot is written by a different person. The Immortal Hulk one-shot is obviously written by Al Ewing, who is the current writer, soon to be former writer of Immortal Hulk. Namor is written by Chip Zdarsky, who later on, just after this, will write the Invaders ongoing series. Doctor Strange is oddly enough written by Gary Duggan, which I found that to be kind of weird. Like, as far as I can tell, Gary Duggan has written some limited Doctor Strange, but ongoing series, no, I don't think he was ever the writer for it. I'm surprised they didn't get, Jason Aaron or Donny Coates. Nope, they got Gary Duggan because he's a good writer. And Silver Surfer is written by another character. Now, two of these guys would basically have some history with these guys, or writing or just whatever. Well, in the case of Silver Surfer, this is written and drawn by Jason Latour, which makes the third thing of extra review from him, because what is my review from this guy? Well, Wolverine X in Volume 2 and Spider-Gwen. That's it. Now, the plot for this best defense is simple. Somebody has apparently murdered Doctor Strange. And, yeah, we first focus on the Immortal Hulk. We'd also have flashbacks to the first few issues of the original Incredible Hulk series in here. We also kind of have how the Eye of Agamotto, how it was made in here, where this guy, who I think is Agamotto, removed his own eye and put it in the actual device. Yeah. So basically, the fans come together just to solve the mystery of Doctor Strange, what happened to him, but he's found to be alive and well, and just a really good series of one-shots. Now, a lot of people thought when this was announced, this was going to be a start of an ongoing series of Defenders. Nope. We didn't get that. What we got was Invaders. Yep, we got Invaders. We're not a Defenders ongoing series. Like, oh crap. But we recently got a mini-series for Defenders. Not what people wanted. People want ongoing series for Defenders because people like this group. I do too. And I love the fact the logo is the old school logo. I give this book a 10 out of 10. It's just really fun, this book. Alright, next up is a really thick book. And this I got from Comic-Con, like in the case of Defenders Best Defense. We have Generations, a trade that's actually $35. I got this as part of a deal for like $20. Yes, it was this. It was like $6 for this trade. Actually, the gift for this thing, like, damn, really dirt cheap. This contains all the Generations one-shots for each of these following characters. You have Generations, Banner Hulk and Totally Awesome Hulk, Phoenix and Jean Grey, Wolverine on Wolverine, Unworthy Thor and Mighty Thor, Hawkeye and Hawkeye, Iron Man Ironheart, Captain Mar-Vell and Captain Mar-Vell, Miss Marvel, Miles Morales Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, Sam Wilson Captain America, Steve Rogers Captain America. Now, each of these one-shots, some of them I've covered these before in their own individual trades. Now, one thing you gotta love with these Generations one-shots is that whoever is writing their ongoing series at that point was, in fact, writing the actual thing. With the exception of the Jean Grey one, because that one, I believe the book was done by Dennis Hopeless. My only guess is the reason why Colin Bunn was basically penciled in to basically write the Phoenix Jean Grey one-shots, because he was writing Jean Grey also in X-Men Blue at that point. Now, Banner and Totally Awesome Hulk, Greg Pak, obviously, because he's written both characters before, and he was the current writer for that particular book. Wolverine on Wolverine, Tom Taylor. Unworthy Thor and Mighty Thor, Jason Aaron, obviously. Hawkeye and Hawkeye, Kelly Thompson. Ironheart, Brian Bendis. Captain Mar-Vell and Mar-Vell, Margaret Shaw, who was getting wrapped up for her run for the book before. Kelly Thompson the book Miss Marvel, Julia Wilson. The Spider one, Bendis. Of course, because he was also writing Miles Morales Spider at that point, and he has written 616 before. The Captain America one is done by Nick Spencer. Now, this whole series of one-shots came out as a result of a side effect of Secret Empire. I'm not kidding about that. It seriously did. Basically, these 9 heroes. Let's see, these 8 heroes. We have Laura, Wolverine, Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Totally Awesome Hulk, Ironheart, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, the young Jean Grey, Miles Morales, Jane Foster, Thor, and Sam Wilson, going back in time to meet their mentors. The only one you can definitely say where it's placed is the Thor one, which places this one after the events of Uncanny Avengers number 6 by Rick Remender, because Thor mentions he's having a rematch with Apocalypse. Also in the one-shot, in that one, Thor is trying to lift up his hammer, even though his father doesn't want him to, but eventually he does. It's an excellent one-shot that has a very weird ending to it, which has Odin making out with the Phoenix Force. Yep, he does that. The Wolverine one, this one was actually pretty interesting. This one, where you have Laura meeting her father in the past, which I think this may have been set during the 80s. I'm not really sure when the heck this one was, because he's fighting a bunch of thugs, just normal Wolverine stuff. Of course, she was not wearing her costume as you see here on the cover. Oh no. Apparently in the flashback, Tom Taylor had it where she was wearing her outfit she was wearing since issue 19 of All New Wolverine, not the original costume. Not really sure why, and then we get the present day, and then she's wearing her regular costume. It's never explained. The Miles Morales one, set during the original 60s run, even though that there's no racism there, but yeah, set during the 60s. Hulk during his early years. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, with this one, she met with Clint Barton on an island, and she knew who, the swordsman was because she's read all about Hawkeye, where she also meets with Bullseye and even Crossfire, the cousin of Darian Cross, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. Now, when the heck does this Hawkeye one take place? Not really sure, actually. Let's see. Captain Marvel probably was obviously when Mar-Vell was still alive, but probably during the latter half of his original ongoing series, when he had like bluish skin. Even though that you read the coloring, he basically had that look to him, and he was wearing his original military uniform, switching over to his more familiar attire that he was known for wearing. Yep. But in the case of Sam Wilson, World War II. Because, of course, World War II. Jean Grey just had met up with the adult Jean Grey in the past. And this would hint at something that actually happened in the ongoing series. This Marvel one, this one is set during the original ongoing series from the 70s. Where Kamala Khan does a really good job, basically. Well, even though she doesn't mention anything about she's from the future, she basically stands up about women's rights, and a lot of the stuff she's saying is completely true, and it's written really well by Julia Wilson. There's nothing in the book about racism, surprisingly. The sexism, despite back in the 70s, sexism was actually pretty high in the 70s. It's very minor at best. It's there in the background. And apparently Jameson was trying to sell the women magazine, the magazine that Carol Danvers ran, trying to sell that to an alien. Yes. The only reason I would say this is set during her original ongoing series because that was pretty much where she was. Also, get this, when Kamala Khan was actually in the Daily Bugle, she ran into Peter Parker. Yep, she did. I thought it was really fun that I could do that. Now, unlike a lot of these other ones where they have like a bench with them, where they fight alongside each other, The Miles Morales one does not have a fight. It just basically just chats the whole issue, which was I thought was really cool. Yep. All these one-shots in here are really good. I do recommend checking this out because you're going to really enjoy this one. Even though it's $35. Well worth paying the cover price for 8 one-shots. Give this one I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10 because I almost forgot the Iron Man and Ironheart one. This was the weirdest one where everyone basically went to the past. Ironheart went to the future, where she ran into the next Avengers from Next Avengers of Tomorrow film, which I believe this is their second appearance in the comics, because the first proper appearance was actually in the first arc of Bendis' run for the revived Avengers book in 2010, and here they return again 7 years later. Of course, once again, done by Brian Michael Bendis. Yep. And that's an absolute great one-shot. None of these one-shots are terrible. No, they're just really good. If you're a longtime Marvel fan, you would personally love these one-shots. They're so freaking good. Okay, so that is particularly it for this particular review. I don't have any other videos planned for today, so tomorrow, expect to see reviews for Mitch Kobashi's Dragon Maid, Drugs in the World, and possibly some more Super Sentai. Okay, because I'm continuing that briefly. Okay, next video. Bye.